Released in 2003 and developed by Blue Ton Entertainment and published by both Universal Interactive and Konami, it's Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, available on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC. What you're seeing on the screen currently is the PC version of the game with some minor cropping of the footage for a widescreen aspect ratio. In Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, you're in charge of your very own Jurassic Park, as you breed dinosaurs and build the necessary attractions for your customers to enjoy them, with very similar gameplay to the Zoo Tycoon series, right down to the Simlish. As well as maintaining your dinosaurs' well-being and health by researching different diseases and cures for them, building restaurants for your customers, washrooms, keeping the park clean, and of course proper security. All of which to be researched as well as you continue to expand your park with the goal in mind of reaching a 5-star park and becoming the greatest theme park in the world. You've also got access to a mission mode, which lets you play around with pre-established parts and do specific tasks and objectives, like taking down rampaging dinosaurs, saving John Hammond, or taking photos on a safari for a calendar, or helping herbivores get through a maze? Anyways, I figured with the upcoming release of Jurassic World, why not delve into one of my favorite Jurassic Park games? So let's discuss why, with the good. Probably one of the best aspects to Operation Genesis is simply the Tycoon style of gameplay. From starting up your very first park and learning the controls, picking a dig site for your bones and DNA, to then breeding your first dinosaur, building the fences, earning stars for your rating, listening to complaints, rides start breaking down, suddenly mass disease spreads through your park and starts killing off your dinosaurs, then suddenly a tornado hits your park and ruins everything you've worked so hard on, getting upset and firing all your employees and letting the dinosaurs run free. It's the journey of it all that truly counts, and Operation Genesis nails the Jurassic Park theme, and the Zoo Tycoon style of gameplay is a perfect blend for it. The detail of management you can do over your park is also extremely well done. You can change the prices on specific rides, venues, and food, hell, even place a fee on the bathroom. And obviously, Operation Genesis also features dozens of dinosaurs from multiple species, from the Jurassic to Cretaceous periods, from film favorites such as the T-Rex, Spinosaurus, overgrown featherless velociraptors, Brachiosaurus, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and loads more. Operation Genesis also features a Site B location, or mode if you will, that you unlock once you've beaten the 10 missions, that lets your dinosaurs run free and live their natural lives free from disease and fences. So basically, to sum that up, you get to create a second island for your dinosaurs to run around free on, and view in their natural habitat if you're into that kind of thing. Or do what I did and create as many Brachiosaurus as possible before the game breaks. But now let's discuss the bad. Probably my biggest issue with Operation Genesis is the weird limits they've placed on things. For example, you can only have up to 60 dinosaurs in your park, or place only so many fences and have so many of each ride. And most annoying of all, you can only have access to up to 5 dig sites, preventing you from having every species of dinosaur available to you in your park. This was most likely intended for the console versions of the game, but I'm not too sure. But thankfully, the INI files can be modified to change this, which is exactly what I did, allowing me to have access to all the dig sites available so I can have every species of dinosaur in my park. But then sure enough, I ran out of available fencing for me to put down, and had to once again change the INI file so I could place down more fencing. This isn't a big issue though, since thankfully you can modify the game itself on PC, but if you're playing this on Xbox or PlayStation 2, you'd have no choice but to create another park or island and pick different dig sites to see those dinosaurs. However, probably my biggest issue with Operation Genesis is the mission mode. It just feels extremely tacked on and isn't really all that challenging. You gain access to 10 missions that usually just involve shooting dinosaurs or taking photos of them. The only real mission that gave me any challenge was herding the herbivores through a maze. But that's only because I couldn't figure out the controls for a good 5 minutes. But this isn't a major issue since the mission mode itself is entirely optional, and you can always just enter a cheat code to unlock Site B instead. But now let's discuss the ugly, where we discuss the graphics, technical aspects, and general presentation of the game. Graphically, Operation Genesis isn't exactly very pretty to look at anymore, obviously. And even back in 2003, I thought this game looked pretty average. The dinosaur models themselves range from looking pretty decent to downright awful. Hell, they even screwed up one of the most popular dinos in the game, the Spinosaurus. It has this weird transparent gap on its spine fin thing that just looks sloppy. The game also lacks shadows in the environments and world itself, and the visitors, or customers if you will, look like burn victims and just look plain awful up close. Also, during my 12 to 15 hours with the game, I had a number of crashes and freezing issues, as well as some major bugs like dinosaurs getting stuck in the environment or on one another. But for the most part, all of these issues are a rare occurrence. As for the soundtrack side of things, for the most part the game is devoid of any soundtrack, aside from when a tornado hits, but even then the music isn't really all that memorable. Despite all the graphical issues, bugs, and my complaints, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis to this day is still probably one of my favorite Jurassic Park games to date, and is still a very enjoyable Zoo Tycoon style of game, and I highly recommend you give it a shot despite its problems. You can find it for consoles fairly cheap online, but a physical PC copy can fetch a pretty high price, and sadly there isn't really much in the way of legal means of getting this digitally. Thankfully I still have my copy tucked away in a case and in working order. But now, it's time for the rating. I give Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. How would a Spinosaurus beat a T-Rex? A primarily fish-eating, overgrown monstrosity that apparently walked on 4 legs now, has been confirmed, beat an alpha fucking predator like the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Even the name sounds cool. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Break its neck? Bullshit. The other way around, mind you, would have been more appropriate. The fucking Spinosaurus ate fish. How? This is garbage. Did you see the new movie trailer? There's bloody raptors following it down a bike.